Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Dyson V8 Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. And what I want to do today is show you around the vacuum some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before I start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. Now if you've followed me on YouTube for a while, you might be thinking, hang on, he's already talked about the Dyson V8. But this is a new version. This is the new 2022 version. What Dyson do is they will update the model every so often. There's not really a set time that they update it. But I just thought if you're in the market to buy one of the new Dyson V8s like this, then I'd just give it a refresh and just go through some of the benefits that it offers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about the main body of the vacuum for a moment. So let's just separate that and just pop that on the box. Anyway, so this is the main body of the vacuum, and overall they've not really changed the actual structure of it. It looks very similar. Some of the colours have changed. I must say, I really like this. It's a combination of the classic purple that Dyson have had for years, combined with like a silver and the grey finish. So overall, as a finish, I think it's really modern looking compared to some of the other Dyson that have been around. Overall, the capacity on the bin, you're looking at 0.54 litres on this model. That's not changed, so that's stayed the same throughout the duration of the V8 model. It is easy to empty, so when you want to empty the bin, all you need to do, you've got a handle on the top here, and you just pull that up, and then that opens at the bottom, and then when you want to shut it, just pop that down gently, and then shut the lid, so that's nice and easy. I'd always say go over to a bin, ideally outside. You don't really want to be emptying the bin inside when you do that, because it's a fair size capacity bin. What you don't want to do is to do that and then you get a whole load of dust coming up at you. If you wanted to take it apart to clean it, well, first of all, I have done a cleaning video on the Dyson V8. I'll just pop the link here because it's done really well for me on YouTube, because a lot of people want to see how to clean the vacuum. There are different ways of cleaning it, and I'm not going to go into it here, but all I want to do here is just show you how to remove the bin. And all you need to do is just pull that up so that the bin opens at the bottom, and then just behind here you've got a couple of little buttons. So all you need to do is press the button in, and then pull that up, and that will come off like that. So it just makes it a lot easier to get in and to clean that. All I'd normally recommend is just getting a paintbrush, or like a dry paintbrush, and just sort of brush it around on the outside. You will find over time you get quite a lot of dirt build up in there, but that's quite easy to keep clean. Again, do that outside. Definitely not normally an inside job. You can take the bin off if you want to. So if you wanted to give this a good clean as well, you just got a little button on the bottom there. So press that in, and then the bin comes off like that. So then you're just left with the main unit at the back where you got the motor. When it comes to cleaning it, a couple of ways of doing it. First thing I'd recommend is to just get a dry paintbrush and just get the worst off around the bin. It's not really the sort of thing I'd recommend washing now, because you've got the electrical connections at the top, and what you don't want is you don't want them to get rusty. So all I'd recommend normally is to get say a damp microfiber cloth. Just give it a good wipe out inside. Just make sure that the seals around here are kept clean as well. And then once you've done that, make sure it's completely dry before you put the vacuum back together. As far as putting it back together, it is easy. All you need to do is just locate the connections at the top there. That just clicks back into place, and then the main body of the vacuum just drops back on. That's it. And just give it a gentle tap down there, and then you're ready to go. On this model, Dyson have maintained the trigger-based system for the on-off switch. So that's it. So it's a simple design, and to be fair, Dyson have stuck with it on this model. Some of the other models in the range, you've got a proper button or a switch where it will stay on, but for this model, the V8, then they've kept the trigger, which for a lot of people is still a really good design. Personally, I really like it. You've got some LED indicators around the side here, just to show you the battery status. So you've got 3 indicators. On this model, you get up to 40 minutes runtime. So when it comes to the vacuuming, you should be able to achieve 40 minutes. It is on the lowest setting, and it can be using it, say on a hard floor or using some of the tools. What you will find is the runtime really varies depending on first of all the suction that you've got, because that's the low setting that's had it on there. I'll just show you the high setting. So you can hear the difference. It does make a huge difference to the suction, but also, as I was saying, the runtime of the vacuum is really affected. So if you're going to use it on the high suction, and if you're going to use, say, the main floor tool, the main drive head, then that really reduces it as well. On the whole, you're probably looking between 8 and 10 minutes, but again, that really depends on the surface that you're on. And then at some point you're going to need to charge the vacuum. There are a couple of ways of doing it. You do get the separate charger that you can just plug into the back here if you want to. So if you just want to sit it on a table, plug it in to charge, that's easy. The other way is you do get this wall bracket with it. This is really designed so you just pop that in there and then it drops in like that. And what you can do is you can actually put the charger into it. So just around here you'll see there are some almost like indents where the cable can actually sit in the back here. And really the idea of this is that when you put the vacuum away, when you go to store it away within the wall mount, then it's charging. So it just means that every time you go to the vacuum it's fully charged, which is always a great idea, but nothing's really changed with the design of that. Next thing to show you are the filters on here. I'll just take the wall bracket off there. So you've got two filters on this model. The first one is on the back. That just comes off, and that's easy to keep clean. Just give it a rinse under water. Just make sure it is completely and utterly dry before you put it back in. And the other one is here. I'll just show you that again. So all you need to do is just pull it out like that. Ever so easy. The design of this hasn't really changed as far as the actual filter part itself. The main thing that has changed is I've added this little bit on top. I'm sure you can unclip it. So if you when it comes to actually cleaning the filter, then really you want to take this apart, and you've just got some clips around here. Then all you need to do is just unclip that and then take this filter off. Again, same as the back filter, when you do wash it, make sure it's completely and utterly dry. What I'd always say is, and I suppose again, if you follow me on YouTube for a while, then this is quite standard information I tend to say, when you get the vacuum, I'd always recommend just getting, at least this one, just getting a spare filter. And the reason for that is that when it comes to washing it, because it can take around 24 hours to dry properly, not just a little bit dry, you don't want it damp at all before you put it in the vacuum, because if you do, if you put it back in there, then there's a very good chance that you'll damage it, and that won't be covered under the Dyson warranty. So all I'm saying is I'd recommend getting a spare filter, because what you can do is then you can actually take this out, give it a wash, put it on the side or in an airing cupboard or wherever to dry for 24 hours, and then the other filter that you've got that will be completely dry, you can pop back in the vacuum, and then you can start vacuuming straight away. And if you do need some spare filters, I've just popped a link below to show you where to get some. Anyway, I just pop that back in, that just drops back in like that. So that's really the main body of the vacuum. What I'll do is now is I'll show you the tools and accessories that it comes with. So the first one is this one. This is the classic crevice tool. This has come in pretty much every Dyson cordless vacuum that's been on the market. So that's a standard model that always arrives with the vacuums. That's good for getting down the side of, say, sofas or your car seat if you're vacuuming in there. Next one is this. This is a combination tool. Again, this is one that Dyson made for years. And I'm pleased to see they still carry on with this, because it's a great little tool. I suppose it's a good idea having it a combination. So as it says, it's a combination of two different tools. First of all, you've got the upholstery brush, and then if you press the button on the top here, that clicks it up, and then you've got like a soft dusting brush. Dyson have done the separate tools, but I always think it's a good idea just to have it in one. Then the last tool it comes with is this cheeky little tool, and this is the mini motorized head. And as it says, it is a motorized brush, and this is really good for doing things like the stairs. If you've got carpets, if you've got an area that you wanted to vacuum but you needed a little bit more performance from the vacuum, then this is really the one to use. And then all of these tools just fit in the end here. That's it, just clips in there, and you just press the button to take it out. So it's using Dyson's quick release system. this kind of system they've used for quite a few years. If you have got any tools, so if you've got any Dyson tools that use that, if you've got the red button on there, then there is a good chance that they should fit in this vacuum, as long as it is a Dyson V7 and above. So if it's say a Dyson V7, V8, V10, V11, V15, just trying to remember some of the numbers now. So a lot of the models will fit using that system. Some of the newer models, things like the Micro, the OmniGlide and the V12, then they use a slightly different system, so you won't be able to use some of these tools in some of those models. So this is how it works. So you just see it rotating there. As I mentioned earlier, this is a really good one for say on carpets or on stairs. What you can find is if you do get, say if it gets blocked or if you need to take it apart, all you need to do is just pop a coin in the side, and then you've got the access to take the brush out to get it nice and clean. And when it comes to the main drive head at the bottom, just pop that to the side so it doesn't roll off. What Dyson have done is they've called this the motor bar cleaner head. They've called it quite a few different names over the years. It's been the direct drive head, as on some of the previous models, but this time they're calling it a motor bar cleaner head. And it is slightly different design. So overall, you've still got the two different colour brushes. So you've got the shorter bristles on here, which are the red ones, and then you've got the softer bristles, which are the black ones. You will see on here, hopefully you can see that, you've got something called hair removal vanes. And this is really designed to, I suppose, get rid of the hair that can get wrapped around here. There is a competitor on the market that very, very much shout about the way they get rid of the hair around the main drive head, and I'll be honest, it's really, really successful. So I think Dyson have cottoned on to that. You will find that even though it says hair removal vanes, that it is designed to reduce the amount of hair you get wrapped around here. It's definitely not going to get rid of it altogether, and that's the same on any brand. It doesn't matter which brand it is, even though it says it will remove the hair from wrapping around here, it's never going to be fully bulletproof. If you need to remove the roller, then all you need to do is just pop a coin in the side there, twist it, and then that comes out, and then you've got access to the brush to come out and clean it. You do also have the option, something I should have mentioned earlier, that when it comes to using the tools, you can use the pole or the lance as well, or the wand as Dyson call it. All you need to do is just pop that in there, get one of your tools, they just drop into the end there. So if you've got some coppers in the corner, then you still got access to using the tools like that. Now normally when I do an unboxing video, I do normally show the packaging that it arrives in. I've got this already unboxed because it's already on our display. We sold the old model and this is the new one. But I just want to show you this. This is the box and this is everything that comes in here. I'm not going to go into detail, but the amount of cardboard in here, well, the amount of packaging that can be recycled is absolutely brilliant. So what Dyson have done is they've really, really thought about it. There's no plastic packaging whatsoever. You'll even see it arrives in a brown cardboard box. And hopefully that's thinking about the environment and how to recycle it rather than the actual cost of production. But I'm really pleased that all of this, this can all be fully recycled. So it's one of the first vacuums I've seen like that. Most brands are still putting the vacuum in, say, a plastic bag or something like that. They can't, or is more difficult to be recycled. If you are thinking of buying one of these models, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Dyson V8 Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. I know it's quite a quick video, I just wanted to go through some of the features and benefits that it offers, just show you around the vacuum. I know I've not done any demonstrations on it. There's quite a few videos that I've done with, say, the Dyson V8 on some of the previous generations, and that's not really changed. But all I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate that. Just give us a quick thumbs up. I do always ask for comments on the video, whether you enjoyed it, whether I didn't, whether I can improve on something in the future. Also, if you have got a Dyson V8, it doesn't have to be this one, just one of the previous generations, then let me know what you think about it, because I do always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.